name is Sylvain with Tomorrow Hmong. Thank you for watching another episode about Hmong in America here. Today I have two special guests. We're gonna talk about Hmong Chamber of Commerce in Minnesota here. The far right, she is the Executive Director of Hmong Chamber of Commerce. And her name is Yao Ya. And here is John Ya too, John Yang. He is also a business entrepreneur as well. So today we're going to talk a little bit about his story about Hmong Chamber of Commerce since the beginning, where the Hmong Chamber started back in the late 90s. So thank you, Yao and John, for allowing me to come chat with you, talk about Hmong Chamber of Commerce. And first, I'd like you to introduce yourself a little bit. And so we can continue, we can talk, just casual talk.
Mm-hmm.
So the audience know more about Hmong Chamber of Commerce. Shall we start with you?
Yeah. So my name is Yao Ya. I'm the executive director. I have been the executive director for the past almost 3 years now. I started December 2019, right before COVID.
It's not an easy job.
I
right?
know, it's not an easy job. It was really hard because like no one knew. And it was really hard to do events or anything like that. And COVID just really hit so many of our lives, right? But I've been with the chamber for almost 3 years now, and a lot of the things that I've been doing was reaching out to businesses to make sure that they're aware of grants, resources that can help them, especially during the COVID period. So many businesses were impacted, and there was also racism, and then the uprising in Minnesota, and it just really impacted our businesses, and they don't always have the resource or the networks to get to know what's going on, who could they contact for help, and I try my best to let businesses know what was going on. COVID resource or any kind of impact resource grants that they can reach out to, and then also help businesses connect with one another. And then Hmong Chamber has been trying to do more events, but then with COVID that has been challenging, but I think things are looking much more healthier and better, so people are anxious to meet one-on-one, and we've had a few in-person events and they have been successful, so we look forward to do more in the future.
Well, John, I know that you are an entrepreneur yourself too, so say a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, first off, I want to thank you, Jeff, for hosting this interview. I think it's important for the community to know what the Hmong Chamber of Commerce does, because I do meet a lot of people who don't know what the Hmong Chamber of Commerce do, so this is good. A little bit about myself. I'm the chair for the Minnesota Hmong Chamber of Commerce. I'm a small business owner. My company runs digital marketing services and website design. And I'm part-time. I'm in the U.S. Air Force. So a little bit about my service for the community. What I do here as a chair is just all community service. We don't get paid to do what we do, so our time here is really to serve the community. So we want to express that. And our only paid staff is Yao, so the board members that work for us is all volunteer time as well. Like I said, we're here to serve our community and be transparent and to earn their trust and build a reputation to let the community know that who the Hmong Chamber of Commerce is. So today we'll talk a little bit about that.
Well, let's just go back in time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember a little bit about how the chamber started in the late 90s. And it has always been challenges to grow Hmong Chamber of Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
Since you took over since you are the only paid staff right now, and you say you've been working with as executive director for 3 years now, what do you see the challenging for Hmong Chamber? Do they, as you both say, not a lot of Hmong know about Hmong business know about Hmong Chamber. What do you find?
Mm-hmm. some of the biggest challenges
Some
that we
of the biggest
face.
challenge.
For sure, I think this has been addressed before. The community aren't aware of us, so that's one of the biggest challenges. Like actually having a reputable image and being a thoughtful leader, an organization where others, especially businesses, can come to. We want to be the voice for our business communities, and people don't know that there's a voice for the business, and we want to be that voice. We want to be the place where businesses can come to and say, hey, how do I grow my business? Who do I need to connect with? How do I get people to listen to me? How do I influence legislators? And how do I make this a better place for my children tomorrow? We want to be that voice, but if we're not heard, then we cannot be that voice. If people don't know who we are.
Now, John, what's your challenge since you took over the chair position?
The challenges. Well, I think I'm gonna go a little bit back, just give a little background of our community, the chamber. So the chamber has been established since 1998. A little bit about the Minnesota Hmong community. We have over 80,000 Hmong American living here now. We have over a couple hundred businesses and entrepreneurs.
Yeah, countless.
Buying power of probably over 180 million right now, or maybe 200 plus. We haven't done the math, but that's what I assume is we're about that. And our current member, we have about 100 plus members now, because that's one of the questions that a lot of people ask. How many members do you have? Because the more members you have, that backs you up. When you advocate, when you lobby for sponsorship, that's very important. And a lot of times we tell people to sign up as a member. That's the main reason why we want you to be a member, so we can serve you, so we can have you be to back us up that we're here to serve you. But some of the challenges that I see with the organization is really time. This is like a full-time position. Like I have my full-time business, and then I'm also doing this too, and I realize how much work it is. Like I joined the board in 2020. I took over as the chair in 2021, and then Yao had a maternity leave, and then I kind of took over. I was like the chair, executive chair. I was doing a little bit of everything, and we did have a interim executive director too. But everything was new. We were kind of thrown into like an environment where we weren't really sure of how to run it. But really, it's to I learned a lot connecting with other chamber of commerce, talking to other business owners, and in order for us to find what the community needs and for us to offer. To find the right value proposition, right, we have to engage with the community first to see what their needs are, and that's what our goal is. So the challenge is to just find time to really communicate meetings. I mean, we have meetings every week, almost probably 3 times a day for me. I don't know about y'all, but we're answering emails. We're trying to collaborate with other organizations who wants us to be part of them, and so it's just a lot of community work. And like I said, it's a full-time job. You can't run this organization if you have a full-time job and you're trying to run this organization. It's really hard unless you have a really good team. And we a little bit about our board. We have 5 board members plus Yao, so she's considered a staff, but. We are looking for new board members who can put in the time to help us, even interns who's looking to get some experience on the business side. Feel free to reach out to us. So that's some of the challenges. For me, it's just time to communicate, time to do work, to execute the work. You can build a nice plan, a good vision, but if you don't have the time to execute that plan and make it happen, it's not going to happen. I've been to events, like whole day events. It's like I sacrifice my work for my business to give back to the community. So that's some of the challenges, to really just balance life, work, and community service, because this is just community service for me. But I have a lot of passion in it because I made a commitment, and I'm not someone who's going to back out. If I'm going to commit to something, I want to make sure that I put 100% effort into everything I do. And like I said, having integrity, being transparent to the community, to earn their trust, and to really provide the resource, the connection that our businesses need. And just a little bit, some of the challenges were working in the pandemic, right? I think a lot of new businesses, they need to learn and adapt to their changing environment. Like for example, the Hmong village, right? They're so used to foot traffic that when the pandemic hit, they took a big hit because they they have to learn to innovate and use technology, right? Maybe go Facebook Live, sell on Etsy, sell on eBay, promote your services and stuff. So we have all that tools for them to use, but they have to be willing to learn and engage with us too. So I think that's some of the challenges to really try to help the Hmong community be more open-minded to see the new technology, the digital age that we're walking into now, and that's the way we live and do business now. It's going to change. We already know that it's already changing, and so that's the challenge, is to really try to get the message out and show the community that what we can do to really help and engage. So those are I'd say the biggest challenge for me.
I want to say John does bring a really good point. In the past, I do know in the past, before it was John and my time, that was one of the biggest challenges, is the commitment from the board. Having a full board.
And experience too. Yeah.
They actually don't need experience; they need commitment, and they need to put time into it. Honestly, if you have John has no experience at all running a board, but he has put in his time and commitment, and I have no experience running a nonprofit as well. So we're both new at our jobs, but we're both fully committed, and we're plowing it through. And that's my critical, I guess, critique on the past Hmong Chamber, is that it's been so inactive because the commitment wasn't there, or the guidance, the leadership, the mission and value wasn't clear. And so if you're just steering an organization with no sense of direction, who wants to follow you? Who want to follow you? No one wants to follow you. And that's kind of where it's been going for so long. And ever since we both stepped into this role, we've been getting more partners, we've been having more followers, and we're building the trust again. We're building the trust with people who have been left behind, who didn't know where the direction was going. And that's our new challenge. We don't know where we're going, but we know there's a direction that we're going.
You don't know where you're going, but just keep going.
We keep going. We keep going, and we put the commitment and time into it. But we believe in what we're doing. We believe that we are driving in a direction where we can build a better community, a richer community for our businesses.
Yeah, okay. John, and you talk about the members, and did I hear you mentioned about over 100 plus
Yes.
members?
Yep.
What kind of membership fee to be a member, or is there any different level of membership fee?
There is. So last year the membership fee was $100. So this year we added a free membership. So you don't need to pay to be a member. But the benefits, there's different benefits as far as being a paid member versus a free member. And the paid member, you get to collaborate with us, host events with us, and we can help support whatever your business needs are. So that's really the biggest difference, is collaborating and hosting under the Hmong Chamber of Commerce. Whereas the paid, it's the same thing. You can get all the benefits, like you can attend all networking events, vice versa. So we made it free, but even free, it's hard for people to. They feel like there's a catch to it. If it's free, maybe they're not sure if they want to sign up to, because they don't know enough about the Hmong Chamber of Commerce, or maybe they feel like we may not benefit them. But we can talk more about our value proposition, our objectives for this year and for next year. I mean, we have a lot of stuff in the works, and we've changed a lot too. We've changed, innovate a lot of how we used to run the chamber versus now. Like you mentioned, it's not about just getting together for a golf tournament or having a banquet and a bunch of keynote speakers going on stage. It's more than that now.
Back then, there was fancy banquets. I've been to a few of them.
Yeah, it's
Which
more
is,
than that.
I salute those of you watching who are on top today. For those, again, those who are former board member, you did excellent job.
Yeah, nothing against the previous leadership, and they all did a great job. I think it's our time to really lead the chamber into a new direction, evolve with technology. I think that's what we want to bring in as the member, and it's not just like I said, it's not just banquets and golf outing. And I can go into more detail as far as what we have lined up for 2022. And we have a lot of exciting events that's happening now, and it's going to benefit everyone.
So as John mentioned, those of you watching our talk today, and you are not member with Hmong Chamber of Commerce yet, please sign up, be a free member. Start with a free member first. If you see that you get more benefits at $100, it's just to show that giving them, just show them, hey, that's just like the donation. $100. What can you do with $100 with a non-profit organization? Versus we are business entrepreneur, we make thousands of dollars, $100,000 of dollars. Some are even millionaire out there. So $100 is just typically it's just paperwork. Now, of course, for a new startup business, that's a different story. But my message to those of you watching, the three of us talking about Hmong Chamber is be a free member. Go to the website, sign up, call Yao, call John, say, hey, how can I become a free member with Hmong Chamber? And I'd like to know about Hmong Chamber. And what can I do to help the Hmong Chamber versus what can the Hmong Chamber do to help you, right? Because if you will not be able to help the Hmong Chamber, how can Hmong Chamber know what you want, what you need?
Exactly.
Okay. So now, who can be a member? Can be Hmong business or non-Hmong business?
Great question. You do not have to be Hmong. If you have any interest of just being a member, we are very inclusive of whoever you are, whether you are small, startup, even corporate. We have many corporates part of our membership. So, and you don't have to be in state. You can be out of state too. Your business can be in Wisconsin, California, and we do have members from Wisconsin and California as well.
How about individuals who do not own a business? Can they be signed up to be just a free member? Can they do that too?
You do have to have a business.
You have to have a business.
Yes.
Well, if they're an entrepreneur, startup, then it should be a sole proprietor, right? And that's fine too. That's like a form of business because a lot of people they file as sole proprietor. But yeah.
Well, let's say somebody say, I want to learn how to start business. Can I subscribe to your newsletter? Would you have newsletter subscription too?
That's in the works. We are working on that.
He's a tech genius guy.
Well, yeah, and that's why it's we're open to everyone. People who are looking to start a business, right? They come to us for help. How to start a business? We point them in the right direction, provide resources on how to start a business. So it's important for us to help existing business owners, but also entrepreneurs and startup as well. And we have a mixed members who are more like just startup and trying to grow their business and establish small business as part of members. So it's good that we have a mix and we have to cater to everyone, find a way to help everyone.
So let me just touch a little bit about board directors first. And those of you here, John talked about it. Hmong Chamber still need a few talent individuals to be part of the Hmong Chamber of Commerce. So if you have interest, the website, we'll give you the website and we'll always give you the phone number. So please don't let them come get you. Because we have so many Hmong entrepreneurs out there, business owners out there, and they could benefit from you. Yeah, you could be a restaurant owner, tax preparer, insurance agent. You come with skills. You can help the chamber grow to the next level.
Yep.
Yeah. Of course, we also, I assume that you also accept college students who want to learn, want to get into. It's possible.
Like
right?
an intern, yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about the program. I want to just ask you a question as we go here. I'm thinking about starting a business. I don't know what business should I start. Or I already have a business in mind already. I want to come to you. And because you are a Hmong Chamber, what are some other services that you can guide me or show me and take me to the final stage where I finally start my business and get the business going. And what do you have to help me after I start the business too?
So this gets kind of tricky because I do get this question a lot, and
Yeah.
John and I might have different answers. But
It's okay. So
but as executive director of the Minnesota Hmong Chamber of Commerce, this is my answer.
yeah, that's it.
We are not a startup organization.
Okay.
So that means what I'm saying is, as a chamber, we work with existing businesses.
Okay.
Because in the landscape that we're in, especially in Twin Cities here, you start a business. If you have a business idea, we will support you in guiding you to them. We will refer you to our partners that can help you start your business. But we're like the next step after you establish your business. If you want to get connected with other businesses, network with businesses, sponsor our events, get involved in our events and our membership, that's what you do after you start your business. And so that's my answer. If you are looking to, you have a business idea, we would help you.
You will guide them to
Yes.
do the proper.
But we don't have programs for how to start a new business because that market is already saturated. We are not going to get into that market.
Somebody is already doing that.
Someone's already doing that. Someone who's been doing that much better than we have. We can help you to get there. What we're really good at is getting you connected with your existing business. You have already gone through your books and all that stuff. You have really challenges as a business owner. We can help you with the next thing. But the pre-stuff, 被取我. But then, but like if you're a business owner and you have issues with record keeping, you need insurance, and so and so and so, you have workforce issues, we have workshops and trainings. We have programs that we can help connect those businesses to.
Okay.
Yes. And
Good.
John can hit. What's your answer?
So I can add to that. So if someone were to approach me and be like, "Hey, can you help me start a business?" I would provide them to the right resource, to the government pages for them to do it themselves. If they need more assistance with that, then we point them to our partners like ADA or HAP. Like Yao said, we already have partners that provide these services. So our role here is to provide the resource and point them in the right direction. And that's what we do. I mean, if there's enough, we do have. I wanted to talk a little bit about our state grant too. We do have a $250,000 grant for 2 years that we can use to build these type of programs. If there's enough demand that people need to learn how to start their own business, then we can create this program for them. But first, we want to check with our partners if they're providing that service first, and most of the time they are already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because I used to teach portion of the micro entrepreneur a few years ago.
At where?
It's called micro entrepreneur, but it's a neighborhood.
Oh, in DC.
NDC, yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah. So I don't know if they still offer that.
I'm sure they are. In DC, they lead some of the biggest business trainings.
Micro-entrepreneur
Yes.
training,
Some of the biggest and most successful in the Twin Cities here. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to add to that. A lot of people come up to us and ask us, why can't we be like the Wisconsin Hmong Chamber of Commerce? Why can't we be CDFI certified? We're not like that because we have well-established Hmong organizations that provide that service already. It doesn't make sense for us to compete with them to get state money. Why not partner with them and help them out, point them to the right direction? And then if they're providing service that we're not, then like I said, we can point them to that organization, and then we can work together and see what type of programs they offer, so we don't duplicate the same program, right? If they're already providing business training, business startup training, why should we do it too? So that's why we partner and really engage and have a good communication with our partners and organizations, where we want to have a same vision of objectives, where and know each other's strategy plan for the year, so that if you're planning to hold some type of workshop, we'll share to our network too, and we'll try to bring people our network to attend your classes too. So that's the goal, is to really partner with our other organizations and not compete with them. So we want to focus on other things that other organizations do not bring, and we can go into more details. Like for example, for 2022, we're going to do a business conference expos at the Metro State University. So and that's going to be big. That's going to include like business training, job fair, business vendors, keynote speakers. So it's going to be really engaging, and people have to understand how to network, right? When you network, it's not trying to sell a service. You network to build relationships, build trust, and you never know. Someone can point you to, you might be someone who needs a service, and they can refer that to you. Like for example, for me, like we had a company who needed consulting services, right? And we had a member that provided that service, so I refer that company to our member, and that member were able to close that contract. So it's about building relationships and being like, hey, this is what I do. If you need help, come to me. If I need help with something, I'll come to you. And it's about referral. It's about building that relationship, and it goes further. And being a part of these networking events, it's like you learn to work with business leaders, presidents, CEOs, and when you have a relationship with them, it's easier for them to help sponsor your event. It's easier for them to help support your event. And it's about building that relationship that people have to understand. And sometimes it's about who you know, and we all know that. When you're trying to get a job, it's all about who you know first. You get a job over someone else who doesn't know the people inside. So that's just how business is. Sometimes it's through trust and relationship.
And that's what a chamber is. It's relationship. It's making those connections.
You see, including me in the early days, I thought that Hmong Chamber will do the whole 9 yards, from training to help financing everything. And I believe that many individuals out there still have that thought like me. So I guess you have more work to do to educate
Yes.
the business community. Say, this is what we do, this is what they do, and this is how we can help you grow your business. Okay. Versus do you offer training? Do you offer training? Do you offer training?
That is the biggest difference, Jer. We are not a social service. We're not a charity organization. We are a nonprofit 501c6. We are a organization that you, it's kind of like a gym membership. You only get the benefits if you go. Okay, if you go and actually attend the events and actually put time into it. That's kind of how we are too. If you don't invest your time in showing up, you won't get to maximize your membership. And like I said, like we're not a social service, so that doesn't mean we'll fill out your paperwork for you. It's all about self-efficacy. You have to learn how to do it yourself, because we want to give you the opportunity for you to learn how to sustain. And to learn how to sustain is you have to learn how to do it yourself. And we believe in that. And there are other, like we said before, if you need to learn how to do that, right? But we're kind of the organization where we'll teach you how to fish. We're not going to give you the fish.
Okay, in that case, for established business already, and they want to grow to different market, do you offer any help, anything to help them growing the business?
Well, it depends. They have to come and meet with us, right? So I meet with businesses, one-on-one conversations. I talk to them, what are their needs? And what problems do they have, right? And then I try my best to evaluate and assess how I can help connect them to the people that I know. And that's what I do. That's what chambers do. Like if they're a member and they need help, I connect them in the best way I can. Because I am an individual who's well connected in the community with other business members, with other partners, and also political leaders as well. How do I get this business to the next level? And that's what we do. It does take a lot of time, right? Because I do have to meet with them individually, or with John too. They can meet with the board, or they come to our events, and then they can talk to other members. And that's what we offer, right? When you're a business owner, when you come to an event and you network with other people, you get to learn about their problems. You get to learn about similarities that you have. And so sometimes they don't even have to talk to me. They just have to come to one of the events that we have, and they meet someone where I can just say, hey, I heard that you have this problem. You need to meet with this person. This person has gone through that. You need to talk to this person. And that's how you solve some of the the like day-to-day business issues that many businesses they have challenges with. So those are some of the strategies that we typically do in the chamber world here.
So again, all this time, including me, we have been looking at Hmong chamber from different window.
Right.
Okay, that's why Hmong chamber has not growing to the point we're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm guilty as one of the business owner in the early days too. I hope the audience that watch we talk today, they will see Hmong chamber as the what I call the architecture or the provide the missing link to help Hmong small business grow.
Mm-hmm.
Other than teach them how to start a business from day one to become a very successful business.
Right.
Like I say, I'm guilty as charged too.
It's okay.
Because I always say, where's the Hmong chamber? How come they don't offer training class? How come they don't do this? How come they don't that? I am one of those who
Now you know.
complain too. You know, we have to admit our way of understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I don't, there are many people out there probably like me. Okay, I heard a lot about Hmong chamber, but what can you do for us?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I can second that in terms of training class. Like, so to bring more value, we just secured 250,000 state grant. So our staff doesn't provide it. We could if we have that knowledge. Like if someone needed help with digital marketing, then I could provide that knowledge. But we have the grant to hire a contractor to come out and teach that training class for you. So we do provide that service. If so, that's what we're going to right now. We're asking all our business owners and business leaders to see what the Hmong community needs, and then we're looking for providers, contractors who specialize, who are expert in this training program to come out and teach these workshops. So we do provide that now, and we want to make it like a yearly thing. I mean, this is something new where the Hmong Chamber just acquired a state grant. I believe this is the first time in the history of the chamber to get a state appropriation like this. So we want to make use of it, and we're currently in the process of talking to different businesses. I've spoken to Hmong Town, Hmong Village, different entrepreneurs to see what they need. And some of the programs that we're looking to do are like, beauty industry, how to start a beauty industry, how to get certified. Also, I know a lot of agriculture, right? A lot of Hmong businesses are starting to get into hemp farming, how to start hemp farming, how to grow your hemp plants and stuff like that. So those are some of the things that people have kind of come up to us and mentioned that they're interested in certain classes like that. So we're looking to build a list of programs, maybe a class, a training workshop once a month or something like that. So we plan to do that going forward. I mean, we hope that we can use this grant properly so that we can get the grant again when time comes to ask for appropriation. So it's really to how can we bring more value to community, right, as a Hmong chamber. So and this is one way where we can bring more value is to build these training programs. And again, before we build these training programs, we check with our partners to make sure that we're not duplicating something they're doing, and then we get feedback from them too as far as what the community needs. And so we collaborate with our partners and share this information to our network as well. So in terms of training programs, I guess you can say going forward, we do provide that now. I mean, for the next 2 years, we'll be working with this grant, and it's to provide training workshops for business needs, anything business related. And it's not just for Hmong, it's for Southeast Asian too. So I want to make it clear in the language for the appropriation, it's for Hmong and Southeast Asian. So I've reached out to the Korean community, the Laotian community, Thai community. So we do want to get them involved too and see what their needs are too. If it's like a translation service for businesses and stuff like that, we can provide that. We can find the right person to come out and teach. So I wouldn't say we don't provide business training. I think we do now with the demand.
Well, I think John, with the business training, whether skills or how to I think there are so many out there already. Okay, from my perspective, there's so much available online. So much available online. So let's say I want to start a business in Minnesota here. That's it. That's it. YouTube training on me for to how to start a business already.
Right.
How to file my business name. How to file my assumed name. How to file article in incorporation. It's already in there.
Right.
It's easy. No, of course it's easy for me to say. Okay, but those who don't know, it's hard. Okay. Well, I'm sure we can talk a lot for the next 2-3 hours. But this is our first time talking about Hmong Chamber of Commerce, and this is just the beginning.
Yes.
I hope that we have more. I hope that in the future we can talk about Hmong Chambers of Commerce, so Hmong feel more comfortable, get connected with Hmong Chambers. Okay. Do you two have anything to say to our small business entrepreneurs out there before we conclude our talk
I
today?
do want to list like the value proposition, what we have lined up, so people know what we have planned for 2022. And it's not just like I said, a couple of events. A lot of stuff we do are virtual too. We collaborate with Hmong New Year's, virtual events and things like that too. And the benefits that we can help for our members and partners really to bring exposure and network and connect with other businesses. So just going off the list, we have monthly quarterly member meetings to talk about what the needs are. We have virtual business networking workshops that we do. So any member who wants to promote their business, right? If they just open a new business, they want to come online and promote their business so that the community knows, we can be in outreach. Same thing with other state agencies and federal agencies. We're the go-to organizations that they want us to share the information when it comes to loans and grant to our members too. So that's very important. We have partnership with different agencies as well. We have for next year, the May 2022, we have the Hmong and AAPI Small Business Expos, again at the Metro State University, so that's going to be big. We're collaborating with other universities, other chambers, other nonprofit organizations. So, we're expecting a really good turnout, like 1,000+ people, I'd say. So stay tuned, we'll provide more information on that. We have our annual golf outing, and it sounds like the golf outing is just like to meet and play golf, but it's more than that. When you build relationship and you connect with these business leaders, that can go a long way, and a lot of people don't realize that. We have our holiday silent auction, which we launch around October, and that helps people promote their product and services where we can share to the network. We advertise on social media, so you can get like exposure over 5,000 to 10,000 people within the community. So that's one way to really promote your business if you have a service or a product. Put it into the silent auction and promote your business. We have the virtual Hmong Year where we will collaborate with. Last year we had over 18,000 viewers when we collaborated with the Hmong Year. This year we also have a Asian Student Association who Century College, they want us to collaborate with them and support them too. So we're not just involved in the business side, we support the community too. We're out there doing a lot of community service and just trying to do something positive. We have a lot of we have the virtual in-person workshops. This year we had a AAPI business networking workshop, and it's the first time where we collaborated with the Chinese Chamber, the Asian Mall partners. So a lot of people don't know, but the Asian Mall is going to open in second quarter, maybe probably around this springtime, down in Eden Prairie, right? Was it Eden Prairie, I believe? So that's going to be big. If anyone who's interested in leasing a space there, reach out to the Asian Mall partners. They're mostly mix of Chinese, Vietnamese investors who built this up. So they would like a diverse Asian to open the stores in that Asian Mall. So anyone who's interested, feel free to reach out. So we do events like this where you connect not just with Hmong but other organizations, other ethnic groups as well. On social media advertising posts, like I said, we reach over 10,000 plus, 20,000 plus through our promotion and things like that. We have a new website, a business directory, where it works like Yelp. You can search for a business, what you need in a it'll look at your location, it'll pull up the list of businesses that's close by to you, and that's going to be launching this year. It's already built. We just need to input the current members in it, and we'll launch it. Again, we collaborate with different organizations, state agencies, federal agencies, and we just engage with other organizations. I mean, we're really just try to be proactive in the community to let the community know that we're there, you know, that we represent the business industry, that the business organizations are, and who we serve. Who we serve is really just the business industry. That's what we specialize in. So we hope that people can see the worth, the value proposition in that, and help support us through the membership as well, and also our partners. You know, we have a lot of partners who reach out to us to promote their hiring services, and also promote their branding. So, and these are big companies. These are like Excel Energy, AutoZone, Wells Fargo, Comcast. So these are big companies where you can connect and build relationships with as well, whether it's for just business relationship or it's for to look for a job. We have those connections, and so I just want to make it clear to the public that, you know, this is kind of what we do, and it's more to come. Like, it's always something new that we always add to list of objectives for the year. So yeah, stay tuned. Like I said, get on our email list, subscribe to our Facebook page, and follow us, because there's a lot going on.
Any last words?
For sure, for all the businesses out there, especially if you're in Minnesota and you need resources or grants, let us know how we can help you. We have many connections with the state agencies, municipal agencies, county, city resources. So if you have a brick and mortar business, let us know how we can help you in any grants or resources or connections.
All right, thank you both for giving me the opportunity to just chat with you about Hmong Chamber of Commerce. I'm sure many of you watching today's talk, I hope you pick something that can benefit your business. I look forward to come back to do more talk with you about Hmong Chamber. Listening to you both talk the last almost an hour now, and it give me something like this. I want to give the message to our business entrepreneur out there: get in and get involved with Hmong Chamber of Commerce, because without you, Hmong Chamber of Commerce cannot grow, because Hmong Chamber has been in the business almost 30 years already. 1998, that's a long time. Okay, so like I said, get in, get involved, be a member with Hmong Chamber, and I look forward to come back again next time.
Ocho,
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll welcome you back.